to say this. Now I know, now I understand the real meaning and the reason behind Nnamdi Kanu's conviction. Do you know all of us who have been complaining, shouting, yeah, free him, free him. Do you know that even Nnamdi Kanu self is not ready to come out? I just discovered that even Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to come out. He wants to be in prison. He really wants to be in that prison. And do you know what? I just discovered that Nnamdi Kanu has the plan to visit all the prison in Nigeria. If it's possible for them to be taking him from one prison to another prison, this is exactly what he wants. I will give you my reason. Nnamdi Kanu wants to go to prison. He's not ready to come out. This is my reason. Do you know that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers visited him today in Sokoto? And what did he tell them? According to the lawyer said Nnamdi Kanu remain focused. That is number one. Number two, Nnamdi Kanu said he is not even bothered about himself, that he is bothered about other people that are in detention, in prison for illegally for the same reason. These are the people he's bothered about, not himself. And again, he totally said that he, Nnamdi Kanu, said that he will continue fighting until he will correct all the wrongs. Nnamdi Kanu said that he will continue to fight until he corrects all the wrongs. Okay, so you are under life imprisonment. You say you will continue fighting until you correct the wrongs. I beg, normal sane person will say, how do you fight when you are in prison? You want to fight to correct the wrongs. Now, how is Nnamdi Kanu fighting this fight? Maybe you think, from your own imagination, somebody that is in prison, how are you going to be fighting? It's like the same question that criminal asked Jesus Christ when they were on the cross. The one of the criminal asked Jesus, you say you are Christ, you are this, that. Why not save yourself since you have that same power? Do you understand? So it's like at this point, Nnamdi Kanu is saying that he's fighting to free the people that are in the same prison for the same reason. He was fighting to correct the wrongs when himself is in the same prison. How lion where they put inside cage, how you want to fight for the release of other people, animals in another cage? Now see what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. According to the news, allegedly Nnamdi Kanu went to prison after talking with the prisoners in there. He said all the prisoners were overwhelmed. Everybody, as if they came to their senses. It was like their brains opened. They began to understand themselves. They began to understand the situation in Nigeria. They began to understand Nigeria. They began to understand everything. They began to understand the real thing that brought them into prison. Nnamdi Kanu opened their brain, after speaking with them, they began to possess love. You understand? They began to love Nnamdi Kanu. That Nnamdi Kanu become like God to them inside the prison. And all the prisoners agreed together to make Nnamdi Kanu the president of the prison. Nnamdi Kanu became the president of the prison in Sokoto, elected by all the prisoners in agreement, because they say allegedly that the wisdom coming out from the man's head is too much. They couldn't stand it. They had to make him the president in the prison. That is number one. Nnamdi Kanu is preaching the gospel that is winning all the souls inside the prison. As we speak now, all of them are working together to the favor of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, apart from the prisoners, even the prison guard, the securities that are to guide the prison, that are to protect the prisoners, the guards, the securities in the prison, they are all testifying that Nnamdi Kanu is not an ordinary human being. The chief guard of the prison is saying that after talking with Nnamdi Kanu for a while, he discovered that Nigeria is holding the wrong person in prison. That Nnamdi Kanu is a man that is far from this generation, and he's not supposed to be in this place. This is a prison security guard talking. Do you see this? Now, allegedly, another news that 2 prison securities have decided to resign from that work Because they allegedly they said that the reason why they resigned is that after Nnamdi Kanu spoke to them, they became ashamed of themselves. They became ashamed of this Nigeria, that they cannot continue to work in this kind of to keep Nnamdi Kanu in this prison in Sokoto here is a shame to Nigeria, and they cannot continue to work in that place. They decided to tender resignation letter. I don't know whether they have resigned successfully, but according to news, they have tendered their resignation letter that they want to resign because of Nnamdi Kanu. And the other security man is confessing that Nnamdi Kanu is a superman that is not supposed to be here. And other prisoners made him president, and all of them are ready to listen to him. They respect him. They call him different names inside the prison. Now, this is the reason why I'm saying Nnamdi Kanu intentionally wanted to go to prison. Do you know why? He want to. It's like federal Nigeria government have successfully installed Radio Biafra inside Sokoto prison. Do you understand? When you talk about Radio Biafra, you are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. So carrying Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto prison is like taking a whole Radio Biafra inside the prison, and it's not broadcasting inside the prison, and everybody is converting. Everybody, both the Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, both Fulani, all of them are converting. Now, even if you should bring Nnamdi Kanu out of Sokoto prison and send him to another prison in Zamfara, you have successfully installed Radio Biafra in Zamfara prison. Remove him from Zamfara, take him to Katsina prison. You have installed Radio Biafra in Katsina prison. If you continue to take him to all the prisons in the whole Nigeria, you have successfully installed Radio Biafra in all the prisons in Nigeria. You see this Nnamdi Kanu, that guy, they don't know. Anywhere you take him to, you are taking Radio Biafra to that area, because there are people that cannot even connect to Radio Biafra when Nnamdi Kanu was out. Now you are doing them good by taking the Radio Biafra itself in live and direct to them, and they are looking at him, listening to him free of charge, no spending money, no data, nothing, and they are all converting. I will advise Nigeria to better allow Radio Biafra to go. If not, Radio Biafra will continue to broadcast in Nigeria, broadcast to all prisons until all the prisoners, even Nnamdi Kanu, Radio Biafra can broadcast live in the north, and everybody will convert against Nigeria. So Nnamdi Kanu is not even ready to come out. He has his mission in mind. He knows what he's doing. That man is the wisest man in the whole world, whether you like it or not. Solomon in the Bible is not even wise. You see, this Nnamdi Kanu is too wise. Somebody that is pushing a motor show to sentence him so that he will go and broadcast in the prison. Look at what he told his lawyer, that he's not even thinking about himself. He's talking about the people in the prison. And these are the people he's broadcasting to now, changing their narratives. So, every woman panicking there, don't panic again. The man at the war front knows what he's doing. And if you're an enemy of Nnamdi Kanu and you're celebrating that you have convicted him, bear it in mind that you have successfully installed Radio Biafra in the prison. And as long as you keep that Radio Biafra in the prison, it will continue to broadcast and continue to broadcast until it converts every soul against you. Don't forget. One love. Peace.